So I do like the spin kick. I don't know what I'm gonna hit right now.
Leg day, buddy.
Leg day. Alright, so what I'm gonna do 10 reps, 10 partials, 5 static holds. It's really, I hate this, but it works. To be straight up honest with you, I hate it, but it works. Yeah.
So let's recap. What the heck did you just do?
I did a giant set. They call it a giant set. So it's when you do 3 variables to an exercise, or you do 3 different exercises. More or less, giant set is like, say you're doing shoulder, say you're doing shoulders or something. You're gonna do like, you know, front raises, then you're gonna do side raises, then you're gonna do rear delts. That would be technically a giant set. This is more. This is like insane burnout. So I don't even know what to really call this. This is just like a variation to finishing off a workout very well, like or very much. You can do, I would only say do 3 sets of this entire like exercise, because you're not really going to benefit any more than probably 3, maybe 4 exercises, depending on who you are. If you're gearing up, juicing, maybe like 5 sets of this stuff easy. But if you're natty, I wouldn't do too many. I would keep it, and actually it's really good to have a partner do this too, because they'll push you harder. So when you want to give up, like say you're doing the static holds, you can grab this bad boy right here and hold it while you're up in the static hold, which is what I was taught actually by a good buddy at my gym named Chris. So shout out to him. We go through some pretty hardcore leg workouts, me and that guy. He showed me some pretty cool stuff. The main thing with this movement is you're trying to kick up. You're not like just lifting the weight. You want to kick it, like if you're like a horse kicking backwards, but you're obviously kicking forward. You want to really get the kick in there, force the muscle to work and grow. I'll really burn it out. Yep.
Woo! Yeah, boy.
That's the lesson for tonight.
That's the lesson for today.
That's the workout that you are going to try. Sorry, the exercise that you guys are going to try. Tell me what you think. Comment down below. Whether it's on my Instagram or my YouTube. Comment. I love comments.
Just comment. Negative or just
I don't care if you want to chirp me. Bring it on.
Tell them you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Tell them.
I want to do it. So I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, you might want to walk it out after that exercise.
How do you feel?
Pretty good.
That kicked your ass more than any other workout I've seen you do today. That was
This
one of your favorites.
It's a good one. It's actually a really good one. It's like I said, your body gets used to things. So when I've done this exercise, this machine for the last 3 years, that variable really kicks my ass. I'm trying to keep it more implemented into my regimen right now. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. It really burns the quads out. Really gets them contracted. All in all, just gets the blood going, gets you sweating too. It's a great exercise.
Might even try that myself.
It's a great exercise.
What's next?
Damn. We're gonna do some walking lunges.
Oh.
Not sure if I think I might just do, usually for like a last work. I see people in there, they just got like the whole thing just racked and they're just all day.
That's boss mode.
Yeah, that is not how you do a freaking leg press, so.
All right, what the heck are we doing? What is this?
This is a dual leg press machine, so it's the hack squat and the leg press. So, and really you can't do too many variations with this besides maybe going higher for your hammies up here or keeping it low for your quads. This is very low right now. This is your standard leg press. You really can't go wrong with this one unless you do it. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I see people in there, they just got like the whole thing just racked and they're just all day.
That's boss mode.
Yeah, that is not how you do a freaking leg press, so.
Okay, how do we do a leg press?
So legs, this is a primary quad exercise, or machine I should say. Because you want to stay close and you want to stay low as possible. Like this one really doesn't give you any much more room. But you got the ones that are very wide. You have so much room to choose from to where you want your stance. But you can either keep your toes a little pointed out, just a little bit. You don't want them like too enclosed. You want a little bit out. For hammies, you can either do like a higher stance, so up here, which will target these bad boys down here. Or you can do something like this for more experienced lifters and stuff like that. This is actually what I've been doing lately is you do this guy here, and you go up and down. This really targets the inner hammies in here and really burns them out like crazy.
Okay, so what about the back? The back adjustment?
Back adjustment, I like to go as low as possible. When you go up higher, it's more or less to stop the range of motion from being so far, depending on your height and yeah, basically your height. Because some people are like 6'3". I'm only fucking like what, 5'8". Very short fella.
5'8". I'm like, that means I'm like 5'4".
I'm just spread over here. I'm even shorter of a fella.
Fucking hobbit.
Fucking hobbit. But yeah, range of motion, more or less, you want to go as deep as you possibly can. So roughly, you go like here, a little bit wider than that. Down. Just basically where your legs are going to let you, like as far as your legs are going to let you go, more or less.
How many sets, how many reps?
I would say for this, you can either go do heavy or you can go hypertrophy. It depends on your workout, depends on the day. If you're tired, if you've had enough food, because this is like a very taxing exercise if you're gonna do very heavy weight. So for like this right now, I'm probably gonna put on a little more weight But I would say no more than 10 reps, roughly. If you're gonna go light, like literally if you're going to be light for a male, if you're gonna do really light, I would try really light, but do one-legged leg press. So when you're just doing this guy here, just for the isolation movement instead of the more compound movement. So yeah, if you're gonna do light, but I mean for women too, like you can, 12 reps probably better for you, 12 to 15. There's so many variations that you could do for this. Like for the experienced lifters, you could have someone strip the weights off, you know, for a drop set, which will freaking destroy your legs, which is a great workout, but we'll talk about that with more technique later on. This is more or less just for range of motion, getting used to this machine. If you're new to it, try not to overload it because you'll look like an idiot. I just like being frank about stuff. I'm not one of those guys that trying to be unprofessional about stuff like that. It's very simple, very easy to learn stuff. You just have to be willing to learn and be open to criticism in a sense, because a lot of people can't take advice and they end up just looking stupid. Big tip though on this is don't ever fucking extend your knees out unless you want to see your leg snap right in front of your eyes. Don't ever let her go to the full extension, or else you are looking into very big problems, and probably even in your gym
Just do upper
career,
body, bro.
I guess. Just keep doing upper body, you know, that'll help. Whew. Make sure you got enough potassium in your system too when you come in here.
Potassium.
It actually helps from, if you've ever had Charlie horses, or if you eat like a banana a day at least, it'll reduce the lactic acid buildup to the point where she'll lock up on you. But doing it constantly though, in the same spot, go see your doctor. Could be something totally different. But yeah, try to at least keep some potassium in your system, or else, yeah, I've had a problem right here on the teardrop where I'll be sleeping one night, or trying to sleep, and all of a sudden she'll just lock up on me, and I literally have to stiff leg my ass to the bathroom and throw some hot water on it. So
Does that happen at night? What's next, bro?
Next we're gonna do some lying leg curls.
Lying leg curls.
Yeah. That's where I go more into the machines and really work on definition and conditioning. And then do some leg extensions. And then walking lunges.
Oh,
And
walking
then
lunges.
some calves.
Well, lots of time, man.
If I see a bag, I gotta hit it somehow, you know.
Oh, bar fight, baby.
Swinging knucks, but you know, hit that little two punch. Throw the hip in it. Bruce Lee style. You know what I'm saying?
Love it, bro.
Love it. Feet down, more or less.
Okay, what are we doing next?
We're gonna finish off with some walking lunges.
Yep.
But I'm gonna show you variations of a walking lunge that I've learned over the years. So I'm gonna finish with no weight, Usually I'll finish with like 30-pound dumbbells or something like that. And usually a lot of people will put this on their back too. They'll grab a straight barbell, throw it on your back, and do the whole, you know. I like to do it on Smith machine, so it's stationary and it's not gonna make me wobble or anything like that. Yeah, hips like to go after a good workout sometimes. So for this one, it's just gonna be straight. Try not to hyperextend try not to let your knee flexion go too far past your toes, or else you lose the momentum in your quads to even get contraction at all. Because now you're technically using your hamstrings. So, yeah, I'm just gonna show you, like, this is the conventional way. That's a conventional, normal lunge. I like to keep my hands above me, or sorry, in front of me. You gotta find like your stabilizer, and you gotta brace your core when you're doing this. So you're not wobbling all over the place and stuff, whereas I find my hands out here, brace the core, I'm more balanced. Sometimes it's easier to hold something too, like your shaker bottle or something. Just get used to it. There's a variation where it's gonna hit more like your adductors. So this is where you're still gonna try to keep your knees lined up with your toes, or try to keep them behind your toes as much as you can. So what happens is you go out. So you're out, you come in and you swing out, right? So it's gonna get more your adductors. Instead of going the conventional straight back, you're going out. You try coming behind them. You can see the sweep moving in front of you. Another variation too would be, it's almost like a funky crab walk almost. Except for you're not like doing this kind of crab walk. It's like not really a crab walk, it's like almost like a crawl. And this movement really keeps the quads in constant tension. Because instead of like stepping up, doing it again, stepping up, doing it again, I'm staying bent, and I'm constantly moving without like fully extending. I'll show you what I mean. Those are basically my three favorites. I usually stick with those. And my tip for those is, a lot of trainers will tell you to make sure you hit your knee off the ground. Please don't. Honestly, you're gonna fuck your knees up in the long run, bouncing your knee off hard floors. I'm an auto body technician. I have been for 6 years, and I put my knees on concrete floors, and I'm telling you right now, the cartilage is eventually starting to eat its way through my knees. So you gotta be fucking very careful with that stuff. Joints are your biggest enemy when it comes to this stuff.
How many sets, how many reps?
Failure.
Failure. How many sets?
No weight.
Oh,
failure.
just failure, right?
Failure, everything. Go until your friggin' legs wanna drop. Especially, like I said, if this is the last exercise, burn it out. Almost feel like you're gonna puke. Do whatever. But my advice is failure on this one. If you're gonna do it like in between a workout and with weight, stick to like your 8 to 10 rep range, or 12. Like I said, stick between. There's so many variations to a workout, but to be general about it, 8 to 15. That's it. Anywhere in between there is hypertrophy, you know, 1 to 5 strength. So, like I said, figure out where your limits are and figure out where you're gonna stop. Like, and by that what I mean like that is where your limit is when you hit those 3 sets. Like after 12 reps, 3 sets, can you do any more? Are you done? You probably should be moving on to the next workout, you know what I mean? Like, this is all trial and error, everything. I'm here just to generalize how to do some things and to get you motivated and to just help people out. That's what I'm here for. I'm still learning as much as anybody else is around here. I'm not a know-it-all. I don't proclaim to be a know-it-all. I'm sharing my knowledge from what I know over the years, because I get a lot of compliments. I get told I'm huge and stuff like that and this and that. So, you know, like I said, you don't notice it until people start telling you this kind of things. And you're like, all right, well, maybe I'm doing something right. So I'm here just kind of trying to help you guys out as much as possible. I mean, there's so many other guys out there that know, like, are way more qualified than I am. But I appreciate the ones that do stick around and check me out. And, you know, we're on Team Ty over here.
Team Ty, baby.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do probably 2 more sets of this, and then we'll get into some calves, because I haven't really talked about calves at all.
No calves.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a leg workout for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna do some calves though to finish it off. That's just my general kind of workout. I mean, everything varies between the weeks. So, and you always want to change your programs up, so don't keep doing the same shit every time. Just stay consistent, stay hungry, stay humble. And most of all, fucking work hard and live harder.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, so.
All right, so what are we doing? What's this thing called calves? What the heck is this?
They're the hardest thing to grow. You use them every day, walking. So they're usually the toughest to grow. That's why I see a lot of guys actually get surgery done to have bigger calves. More or less, I'm happy with what I have. I just try to make them bigger, more or less more defined they've been getting. So whatever works, because you want to make sure your calves are strong enough to take on loads like squats and leg press and stuff like that, so don't neglect them.
How do you do calves?
The way I do calves, probably different than most. I mean, a lot of people I used to actually put them in between my workouts. So like if I was doing leg press, I'd throw in, I'd do calves for like 10 sets in between every set. So make it like a superset basically, right? So you do like a leg press, 10, 12 reps, go into a friggin' calf raises with on the leg press, same thing, or a failure sometimes. I found it actually worked, and then I stopped for a while to figure out what else would work. So what worked for me is to do a 100 rep warm up.
100 reps?
Yeah, I do 100 reps. I know, it's a little crazy.
Sounds a little excessive.
I was gonna say a little excessive, but they're calves and you have to hit them harder. So, and that's just a warm up. That's not even into the weights yet. The weights will be normal, like 8 to 10 reps. Bump up the weight when you can. But to start, it's 100 reps, but they're not the same stance. So one would be obviously, always be on the ball of your feet. Remember to be on the ball of your feet, not your toes. Which the ball of your feet would be this guy here. But always, like, you're gonna grow more off the eccentric than you are off the concentric. That's good, but this is the stretch before you do the peak is important, because some people go here, you'll see them, they'll just be like doing this. There's no stretch. You gotta let them drop. So make sure you have sufficient enough height when you're doing calves, or else you're just not getting the full range of motion to it, and you're just wasting your time. So always have the stretch, and then peak up, full contraction, straight down, all the way down. Do you feel that burn, like almost like your calves want to rip. That's what you should be feeling. Unless you're starting out, then you're not really gonna feel that. But for people that know, they know. So I do about 20 of these. So you do 20 of those, so you're gonna do 20 outwards, and you're gonna do 20 inwards.
Whoa.
The next 40, it just depends really. Sometimes I'll do 10, 10, and then 10 for 30, and then the last one will just be probably burnout or something like that.
Wow.
But I always try to, you wanna hit the calves on every angle, right? Just because every angle hits different parts of the calves. This guy hits the inside, which is this guy hits here. This guy hits the inside, right? So like that, you get more contraction down here in this little striation. And then obviously, standing away is basically overall calf in general back there. So, yeah, that's why I always switch no matter what. Every workout. Just to make sure I hit every angle possible. With all my angles. Try to take too much rest when you use your calves. So I'd say like 20 seconds roughly. Because this is just a warm up. If you can do all 100 reps at once, do it. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Get it out of the way. Whereas usually after a leg workout, my calves take a bit of a toll. So, and then here we're gonna do 10. 10. 10. Now then you should be literally burning. And you may want to stop, but don't stop.
Don't stop, bro.
Don't stop. Don't stop till you drop. Or throw up. That happens too. Last 10, just kind of go with whatever you feel.
This is probably going to be the best episode ever. Someone's going to make you famous, bro.
That's a 100 rep warm up.
100 rep warm up, baby.
Now we're going to go into some weighted stuff, I'm sure. Yeah, I got the machine over here. Over here. Sorry, I'm just admiring myself.
Is this pretty standard, or are we also going to use the little different leg variations?
This is usually pretty standard, this one.
Yeah.
Because you are using weight, so I'll keep it. I usually sometimes I'll do the toes out sometimes too, but toes in kind of it makes it really awkward. So I'll just stick to. I'll try it back a little bit.
What's this workout called?
It's called like the bridge, I believe.
The bridge.
The bridge. It's for your hammies, glutes too. That's different. I've never really had to use this contraption before. Yeah, it's a good one. Definitely a good one. I'll try it again. It's interesting to get set up though. Really interesting. Positions too. I'll try it back a little bit.
What's this workout called?
It's called like the bridge, I believe.
The bridge.
The bridge. It's for your hammies, glutes too, but yeah, this is more for, like I said, definition-wise. This is basically a hypertrophy day, so it's all been definition.
How many sets? How many reps?
I'd say as many as you can. Like
Per set.
per set, I'd say failure probably with this guy. Especially if it's like the end of the workout or even just the last workout of your exercise. I'd definitely go hamstring or go failure. Can't even speak anymore. Losing all train of thought here. I'll do one more. Fuck it.
One more.
One more of this. Do some lunges and do some calves.
Tips and tricks. How do you even do this? You mount it and...
Yeah, you're basically, so it's like a hyperextension. You know what a hyperextension is for your lower back, which most of you should know that are getting into this. If not, look it up. It's, I don't know if they have a machine here. Like, oh, it's over in the corner. Way over there. But yeah, it's when if you ever seen Arnold do it, or any of the old guys, where they're down more, and they're trying to get up and work the lower back for a back day. This is more or less the same thing. You see it kind of when I'm doing it. If I go too far forward and then I come up and not bridge back with the hamstrings, then that would be a hyperextension. So this would be the bridge. When I'm coming back using this to push use your quads to kind of push up as well and contract the hammies, because where you're going to feel it most is in the contraction and in the stretch. In this one, you're not really going to feel it on the in between, or it's really called like the gray area, where you're not really going to feel it. It's always usually when you're fully extended or fully contracted. So yeah, that's the only tips and trick would be try to use your legs more than anything. Don't try to use like your back or hands or stuff like that. Definitely use the back. Or sorry, use your hammies. Use your legs.
So you use your legs to create this. Don't use your lower back. If you feel it in your lower back,
you're gonna have to. I mean, if you have a strong lower back, it's gonna obviously take over a bit. But more or less with this, just keep it with your hammies. Basically, that's all you really can do. Just
focus on the hammies.
Focus on the hammy. Put the mind muscle connection there. Focus on the hamstring. Focus on the contraction, like when you're up here on the peak of the movement. And that way you'll feel it on the stretch all the way down. So. Great workout. Like I said, if you don't have it at your gym, use the Bosu ball. Usually every gym has a Bosu ball or a few Bosu balls. So definitely use that and use some kind of contraption to hold your feet down, more or less.
Okay, what are we doing next?
We're gonna finish off with some walking lunges.
Yep.
But I'm gonna show you variations of a walking lunge that I've learned over the years. So I'm gonna finish with no weight. Usually I'll finish with like 30-pound dumbbells or something like that. And usually a lot of people will put this on their back.
What's next?
So we're gonna do some stiff-legged dumbbell deadlifts.
G-Wagon, G-Wagon.
G-Wagon, G-Wagon.
Oh shit, we might get copyrighted for that.
I don't think we're singing it. We're fine.
What's next?
So we're gonna do some stiff-legged dumbbell deadlifts.
Stiff-legged dumbbell. Woo! Stiff-legged dumbbell deadlifts.
I usually can do this with a bar. I mean, you can go with 25s, grab a bar. Say in a deadlift, you don't try to bend your knees as much. I always try to bend my knees still because it's just bad for your knees to hyperextend them. So I always keep my knees bent. That's why I like doing dumbbells, because it's a bit of a different feel, because I normally do deadlifts on a back day or sometimes a leg day, but more or less sumo. It's what the f right there. Really awkward way of moving that. Legs are pretty stiff.
There you go, hundos, look at that. Yeah, baby.
Normally for this exercise too is you want to make sure you're feeling it. So going too heavy with a lot of tension on the back, even though it is a lower back exercise, I'm really trying to target the glutes and the hammies with this one. So going lighter is a little bit better, and not fully extending is good if you're focusing on the glutes. So I'll show you. I'll show you keep your back straight. Don't round your back on anything. Anything you do, deadlifts, anything, don't round your back. I always try to keep it as straight as possible. Go as far down as your mobility will let you, and then straight back up. Here I'm not going all the way back up because I'm really targeting the hammies right now.
How many sets, how many reps?
So I usually do for this kind of stuff, because it's lighter, always higher reps. If it's lighter weight, it's always higher reps, so 12 to 15 reps. Easy. That's a good hypertrophy day anyway. When you're doing like pyramid, I always like to work from lighter weight and then go down, and every set I go up, I go down in reps, because you're getting higher and higher with the weight. So if you're going up 10 pounds every time, I do something like a 15 for the first, 12 for the second, 10, 2 8s, maybe a 6 if I'm feeling it. Which will be a lot of sets, but if you want to see growth, you got to do a lot of things differently throughout the years. So, but for beginners, no more than 3 sets. Do a 1 warm-up set, 3 sets should be good enough to stimulate the muscle, get used to the movement, and yeah, start to see growth eventually when you're pyramiding. Always pyramid. You're not gonna get huge doing working sets all the time. You'll get shredded, no doubt, but huge. You gotta push the muscles. You have to stimulate the nervous system so much that it has to change. Pretty simple. That's as simple as I can put it. You're gonna shock the muscle, just like Arnie says. You can't shock it, then it ain't gonna grow. Simple as that. strapped it on my foot.
Uh-oh.
That would have been terrible. So yeah, about 4 sets for advanced. 5, you know, sometimes. If you're not feeling it, always try to do that extra one. But 1 warm-up set and 3 pyramid sets for beginners. Just get your mind, start the nervous system used to it. Shock the muscles. Biggest thing too is don't go too hard when you're starting out. As you do that, you get scared. You don't ever want to come back. Hence, New Year's resolutions. They try and they try and they try. Realize, oh, it hurts. I can't do anything the next day. I can't do this, I can't do that. It's just, you gotta get used to it. You gotta let the body get used to it, the mind get used to it. Fight through the struggles. You can't just let it beat you. Or else, like, why'd you start? Right? Because it was a trend? No. Do it because in the long run, you'll regret it. Just like a lot of people regret everything in life. So it's one of those things you really want to do. Do it.
Just do it.
Learn to endure it. It'll help you in a lot of aspects of life. Business, friendships, a bunch of other stuff too. Networking. Everything. Now let's go do some leg press.
What's next, bro?
Next, we're gonna do some lying leg curls.
What's next, bro?
Next, we're gonna do some lying leg curls.
Lying leg curls?
Yeah. That's where I go more into the machines and really work on definition and conditioning.
How many sets, how many reps?
Do probably 4 sets, 12 reps, controlled. Like I said, sometimes it's good to go fast to shock the muscle, sometimes better just to keep the contraction strong. Contractions more or less, we get more definition, whereas fast you're more or less just trying to make it grow, like thick and huge. Other than that, I like to go slow and controlled. Or it depends, if I'm doing these two together, which I normally do, then I would probably go pretty fast. I'm just trying to fucking burn the muscle out, trying to shock them, trying to scare them, into growing. So, it all, like I said, it all depends on how advanced you are. If you're just beginning, like I said, start with just the machines. Don't start with the machines, start with the barbells and dumbbells. Get your stabilizers and everything working first. Machines are for conditioning and like really burning out the muscle. So, that's my advice. I wouldn't do it any other way. Like I would not start with machines and hope for the best because they do not give you as much results as a straight barbell or a dumbbell would. So, like anything with cables attached to it in any which way are for more or less definition. And yeah, basically that's it, more definition. Not really to make you big, not gonna make you huge. try to focus on the negative on this one too. Got a lot more of a pull, a lot more of a stretch. Contraction is important as well, but any kind of movements, like these kind of movements, especially like just like a dumbbell, like your hammy, it's part of the muscle of your hammy. It's called the bicep femoris. Same thing as your bicep. You gain more off the stretch than you would off the concentric. You gain more off the eccentric than you would the concentric. So just keep that in mind. Negatives are key.
For this one.
For this one, anyway. Yeah, we're not doing any power crazy stuff. So it's more or less just to bring more definition in my legs, because I've been doing this for, like I said, almost 4 years, and I've only just now seen better results since I've stopped doing so much compound stuff and moved more into isolation and contractions and negatives, and using specialized training in order to kind of bring them out. If you don't know what specialized training is, it is basically targeting one muscle group 3 to 4 times a week while still doing the other ones at least once or twice. Let's say you're going to do shoulders that week, do it like 3 times and keep the other stuff relatively smaller. So do chest once or twice, back once or twice, everything else, but focus on whatever you're lagging in. That's what specialized training means. Doing it a hell of a lot more in 1 week than we normally would.
Yeah, brother.
Putting everything pretty much else in the back burner for the time being. And then next week, obviously change it. Do chest 3 times a week. Do, back 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Other than that, just get in there and fucking kill it.
Yeah, buddy.
That fucking hurt. The machine's a little bit different than the one from my gym, so feeling it a lot more. Whew. That's for sure. Gonna need some serious grub after this.
Oh yeah, baby.
Epic cheat meal. I should always make sure your nutrition's on point. Keep your cheat meals once or twice a week.
Just work out harder, right?
Smarter.
What's next?
Do some leg extensions.
Leg extensions.
My favorite.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
I would just stick to probably about 10 to 12 reps with this guy. Sorry, I'm just admiring myself.
Is this pretty standard, or are we also gonna use the little different leg variations?
This is usually pretty standard, this one. Because you are using weight, so I'll keep it. Sometimes I'll do the toes out sometimes too, but toes in kind of makes it really awkward. So. I would just stick to probably about 10 to 12 reps with this guy. It's pretty heavy right now, so I'm used to the one that's got like this the pole sticking out, so I can just slide them all down.
Yeah.
This is actually a little different, so yeah, I think I like this weight. It's pretty good actually. My calves are fucking on fire right now, so we'll see what I can do out of this stuff. This, like I said, for beginners, I'd stick to 8 to 10 reps, working up in weight, because like I said, your calves, unless you're, what's the word I'm looking for? Like Fred over here, sitting on his ass on a desk or something.
All day.
All day.
16 hours, baby.
Yeah. Then sedentary lifestyle, that's what it's called.
I'm like a panda, bro.
Yeah, panda man. Yeah, I would definitely try to overload them as best as you can. For someone that's on their feet, like big construction workers and mechanics and stuff like that, like myself, that are always gunning and running, all hands on all day, I definitely stick to a relatively nice weight and just kind of work it out more or less. I'd still overload on some days, but if you're doing hit them twice a week or 3 times a week, which is recommended, just kind of mess with it, see what works for you. Like, do overload one day, do working sets the next, do failures the next. You know what I mean? Like, just burn it right out. That's going to give you just so many variations to growing, rather than just sticking to one specific style. Like, if you're just going to do overload forever, you know what I mean? It works if you're doing competition and stuff like that. But here it's just for the everyday average schmo. Just stick to overloads, switch it up, do some failures, drop sets, stuff like that. So yeah, I usually only stick to about probably 2 to 3 exercises for calves. I don't really go too crazy. Probably should do more, but depends on your gym. Like, if you have the calf raise machine where you get to stand up and stack the weights, like with the peg sort of thing, I would recommend using that. I hear that is great. I still have yet to find one at a gym. They're very hard to come by, I guess, here in Canada, or at least in Ontario anyway. So yeah, make sure, like I said, make sure you're getting that full extension down here, and then all the way up. So you want to quit, or as much as your ankles are going to let you. Basically, like I said, mobility is everything. I think that's usually heavier than I usually do. Feels fucking extremely heavy. Well, it's just the machine, maybe. I don't know.
It's probably the machine, because it's on both sides.
That's right, yeah.
Right?
That's it. So you still being centered. It's definitely a lot harder. Fuck, that hurts.
It's done, eh?
Done.
Okay, so any post leg workout tips you got for anybody? Closing statements.
Protein. Definitely protein, because you need those amino acids after a intense leg workout. So whey isolate or whey mass, whatever you're on, if, whatever your goal is, I'd definitely rock a protein shake or food right after. Carbs are actually, it's interesting with carbs on leg day, because you can eat carbs before and actually have still a relatively high carb meal after, and it's not going to affect it as much.
Nice.
So I was told by a pro bodybuilder. I was heading down to the classic last year, not pro, sorry, almost pro. But yeah, I said that the carb intake on leg day still burns after leg day, so you're still burning calories after a hardcore leg sesh, not half-assed hardcore leg sesh where you've basically depleted yourself. So don't be scared of carbs after a leg workout. I would recommend getting them in. Just don't overdo it. Don't get a cheat meal and stuff after, unless you're bulking, maybe. But I wouldn't recommend that. Just stick to like rice or baked potato, sweet potato, all the good stuff. Or quinoa, if that's what you're into. But yeah, other than that, a good thing to do is to roll your legs out as well. That's a good tip.
And go to bed.
Yeah, go to sleep. Biggest thing, sleep. Because you are going to hate yourself for a couple days, especially if you're on your feet like I am. I literally hate myself at work some days where I'm like, oh my God, I can't handle this, but I love it at the same time.
There you go.
And they wonder why I'm slow.
All right.
To piss off your quads. So
use the muscle.
yeah, to use the muscle, you gotta use it and abuse it.
Did you make that one up?
I did actually.
Hey, use it and abuse it, bro.
Abuse it, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Slap out another plate. Yeah, any instabilities, make sure you're aware of those, because it can really throw you off and injure you and take you out of the gym for a while. So right now it's just going to be 225 for probably I'll say 5 by 5, maybe 6 sets. Nothing too heavy. I already went heavy this week, so sorry you guys don't get to see me go heavy. I did put up 315 for 5. You can ask anybody at my gym. I don't know, you're not warm yet. You're not warm yet.
Just getting over an injury, so gotta be careful. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, boy. You're getting warmed up, buddy.
Thing is, you're probably watching me not go all the way up, and it's because I found that you keep more tension on the muscle if you don't fully extend, which you'll get more results. So as I go up, I'm going up almost parallel, but just enough where my knees are still bent and there's still pressure on my quads. Just a little tip for the squat. Yeah, so hopefully that'll help to anybody that's trying. But if you're just beginning, try to get the full extension up and everything else. I've been doing this for almost 4 years now, so you gotta find new tips and tricks here and there to piss off your quads. So
use the muscle.
yeah, to use the muscle, you gotta use it and abuse it.
Did you make that one up?
I did actually.
Hey, use it and abuse it, bro.
Abuse it, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. Slap out another plate.
Good. I'm just watching my back, so. I structure my leg workouts too. Some people like to go all quads first and hammies last, then calves. I like to do a quad hammy, quad hammy, quad hammy, quad hammy, just so it gets hit all at once kind of thing. Like sometimes I'll superset. Today, probably gonna superset the smaller things, whereas more compound movements like leg press and squat, and even stiff leg deadlifts with dumbbells. Sometimes I can superset with those, but today I'm just going to keep it relatively hypertrophy. Besides the power kind of that I'm working on right now, I'm trying to work back up to
you know, what I used to be at. Because shit happens. You live and learn. Just be careful. So that's just the way I like to structure my leg workouts. It's either superset day, failure day, or straight up pyramid day. So you gotta use some kind of specialized training in order to see growth, or you're just gonna be stuck in the gym for 3 months and not see a thing. So you wanna make sure your programs are legit, that they work for you. Make sure every exercise you do actually fires the muscle that you're working, because if it doesn't, then don't do it. Honestly, switch. I've talked about this before. Switch it up. I'm gonna do one more. Straight to failure, assuming I get.
How many reps is this failure?
How many reps is to failure?
Yeah, for you right now.
Me? We'll see. I'd say maybe. So my quads are already fired up. I want to say 12, maybe. Yeah. We'll try it for 12.
Do it, baby.
I mean, I usually can for 225, but like I said, my back's starting to tweak out a little bit. Oh, what it is what it is. When you're dedicated as much as I am, yeah, you're like Ronnie, right? The guy friggin' took his friggin' hips out, his back out. He's still doing leg press at like 50, 60 years old. Insane. Woo! King Ronnie, though.
King Ronnie. Bending the bar. G-Wagon, G-Wagon.
G-Wagon, G-Wagon.
Oh shit, we might get copyrighted for that.
I don't think we're singing it, we're fine.
What's next?
So we're gonna do some stiff-legged dumbbell deadlifts.
Stiff-legged dumbbell.
Woo!